all of it. Black Americans have always used what they wore as a way to say something the world did not want to hear. So settle in, pay attention, and when the spirit moves you, go ahead and make some noise. What you just heard is Wade in the Water, a spiritual that enslaved people saying as a coded message, wade in the water so the dogs don't trap your sin, follow the river north. It was a song that sounded like church and worked like a map. And we are opening with it today because that's exactly where the whole story begins. With people who had nothing except their faith, their community, and their ingenuity. And they used all three to get free. 1865, emancipation. The chains are broken, and you know what black people did? They got dressed. Not in whatever somebody handed them, in their finest. Tailored frock coats, top hats, white gloves, elaborate bonnets, long structured skirts. They called it their Sunday best, and it was everything. Now, I need y'all to understand, this was not just about looking good. To dress well was to say out loud, I am somebody, I have value, I exist, and I'm not going anywhere. And while Southerners were so threatened by it, they actually passed laws. They call them the Negro Clothing Laws, trying to tell black people what they were allowed to put on their own bodies. Think about that. When power is afraid of your wardrobe is power. Now we're moving into the 1920s. The Great Migration is underway. Black Americans are headed north, and when they landed in Harlem, something absolutely electric happened. The Harlem Renaissance was a fashion revolution, just as much as it was an artistic one. And Cab Calloway right there, that's the sound of all of it.
She was a red hot hood.
The zoot suit right here is the most defiant garment in America. Wide-brimmed hats, padded shoulders, high-waisted trousers, and the boldest colors you could find. The U.S. War Production Board actually banned it in 1942. Said it was wasting fabric during wartime. But everybody knows what was exactly happening in that room. A riot broke out over a suit, y'all. A suit! If they had to ban it, it was already doing exactly what it was supposed to do.
She loved him though he was cold. He took her down.
We are in the 1950s and 1960s now. And what you're looking at is a strategic decision. Civil rights marches were the absolute best on purpose. Because photographs of well-dressed, dignified black Americans being fire hosed and beaten in the streets told the story what the world really needed to hear. The Sunday best was not about just clothing. It was evidence. You can't look at these images and believe the lie they were trying to tell about us. And then Black Power is something completely different. It said we are not here to prove a single thing to anybody. The Afro said our natural hair is not a problem, it's a crown. Dashikis reclaim African identity that had been stolen from us across generations. The Black Panther uniform, the beret, the leather jacket, the powder blue shirt was a look of liberation without apology. Both of these moments were resistance. One said we deserve your respect, the other said we don't need your permission. And we need both of them. We still do. Okay, here we go. The 1990s. Hip-hop did not borrow from fashion, it created fashion. From Bronx block parties and parks, just like this one right here, Black youth invented a completely new aesthetic from the ground up, and the fashion industry mocked it. Said it was not real fashion, then turned around and copied every single piece of it and tried to call it their own. Adidas tracksuits, gold chains, bamboo earrings, Timberland, FUBU for us, by us, cross colors with the stalks of violence literally sewn into the garment. Damon John built FUBU from his house in Queens into a $6 billion brand. Black America stopped waiting to be included in fashion and started creating the fashion the whole world has been chasing ever since. Fight the Power was not just a song, it was a whole entire attitude. And these two right here are wearing it. And now we are here. The president's Black fashion today is not asking for a seat at the table, it's building its own table and selling tickets. Y'all, what we're looking at right now is 160 years of resistance. Stand in front of you all at once. Every single look on the runway today is connected. From the person who just put on their Sunday best in 1865 just to say, I am somebody, all the way to every model standing right here, now saying the same exact thing. The message never changed, only the fabric did. Every model you saw, every stitch, every look was a love letter to 160 years of Black Americans who showed up, got dressed in their dignity, their defiance, their joy. Juneteenth belongs to us. We are outside under the sun together on Juneteenth, how we have always celebrated, in community, in public, in our finest. This runway is ours. This day is ours. We are still here. We are still beautiful, and we have always been free.
Monster on the beat, beat, boom, boom, rap. He a freak, bro, man down, part ambulance, tell him free, bro, never